Today we're getting word that Blizzard is giving us the ultimate gift, the best gift they could give inside of Diablo Immortal. The one thing that affects your power inside of the game that you cannot get if you're a free-to-play player and not willing to spend any money inside of the game. All of the details I have for you today are coming from the Chinese patch notes, so the language is a little bit wonky, and we have to hope, cross our fingers, that we're actually getting this in other regions of the world as well. In the past, we typically do, but there are a couple of things that we don't get. I don't see a reason why this gift wouldn't come to us over here, though, as well, as it is the second anniversary of Diablo Immortal. First, I'm going to share with you what the gift is and explain it, and then I'm going to come over to the game and show you why this is so important for some of you that may not understand what this actually is. So, from the Chinese patch notes, not official to any other regions, anniversary surprise, 5-star gems, and a Dawning Echo for free. Yeah, some of you already know what the Dawning Echo is, and you understand what I'm getting at here. But if you participate in the events inside of the game, we have all of the goblin events going on. Now you're already probably seeing goblins running around Westmarch. It's kind of cool. I actually like it. You can get a legendary gem with a maximum star rating of 5 stars. So this could be between 2 and 5 stars. I'm not sure, but it can be up to a 5-star. You can also receive a Dawning Echo. Don't miss it. Now it says you can also receive. I don't know if that means you log in and get it, or if you have to participate in certain events and get it as a reward. This is a big one with a big value, and I'm going to get into that in a moment, but it's something that we have never seen before come inside of the game. The Dawning Echo has always been behind a paywall, and it's a big deal. This event is going on from the 13th through the 20th of June, so we do have about 12 days from the day that you're watching this right now. Again, from the Chinese patch notes. Now, what is the Dawning Echo? First things first, when I take you over to my build itself, notice I have these purple, oh, looks like I could upgrade my gear, by the way. I have these purple gears. This one over here is purple as well, but not as bright. When you get a gem to rank 10, as my Fervent Fang is, you can awaken a slot. This is not a free process. It costs money to do this. If you refuse to spend money inside of the game, you will never awaken a slot. This becomes difficult when you try and use 5-star gems because 5-star gems are hard to rank up to rank 10. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money to do that. But 1 and 2-star gems, 1-star gems are very easy to do. 2-star gems are a grind, but it's actually doable. I have it done with 2 of them, and I'm working on my 3rd. At one point in time, I had this slot filled with a 1-star rank 10 gem, and I had awakened the slot. I paid the money to awaken the slot, but now that only a rank 7 gem is inside of it, it's not getting those benefits. So how do you actually go about awakening slots, and what kind of benefits do you get? Well, they're actually pretty massive, especially for low spenders and free-to-play players. You're going to want to come over to the Master Jeweler, and when you go behind the desk and you look at gem resonance, you'll see all of your slots for your gear. Let me give you a little bit of a better view here. Notice, this is an awakened slot, and this is an awakened slot. I also have awakened this one, I just don't have the gem in it. Now, if you notice right here, when you go to an awakened slot, you have a bonus green text right here. Breaker now causes you to dash forward, damaging enemies and conjuring a Zephyr in your wake. Additionally, you gain an Absorb Shield. Breaker cooldown is reduced by 2.4%. That's the norm. Now, the additional from awakening the slot, Breaker damage is increased by 10%. So I'm getting an extra 10% damage from the skill Breaker. When I come over to this piece of gear, Breaker also increases your damage by 13% for 4 seconds. Plus, the awakening bonus, Breaker damage is increased by 10%. Then you could also get your gem resonance up and all of that kind of stuff as well. As you can see, boom, boom, boom. It can be very nice when you start getting your gems up in level as well. Now, how do you get this? How do I get this from the guy? Okay, let's say I go to a slot and I want to buy one. Check it out. It says requires a socketed rank 10 legendary gem, but it also requires this material, the Dawning Echo. This is what we're being told we could be getting for free inside of the game. What does a Dawning Echo cost? I've never seen this before. Used to awaken the power of legendary items. There's 2 places you can get this. 1 from the shop, or 2, purchase it from the smithing vendor. Now, let's actually go to the vendor because it's funny. When you do go to the vendor, and when you do find the Dawning Echo there, you realize that you can only buy it from the actual shop. It's under Reforged Stones and all the way at the bottom, and check it out right here. Okay, I could buy a Dawning Echo, but it cost me 1,000 orbs. Now, of course, I have the orbs to do this. No big deal for me. But what does that actually mean to you? When you want to buy this, you need to still go to the shop and pick that up. So let's go over to the shop and let's see the value of this potential gift that we're actually getting. Now, I do like to pick up packs that give me extra value because bundles will bundle in a bunch of other stuff as well. Oftentimes orbs are part of those bundles, like right here for $9 you're getting 480 orbs. That's a pretty good value, plus the legendary crest, plus some aspirant keys. But if we're looking at straight up currency value, 1,000 orbs is approximately, because there's no exact breakdown, this one gives you 1650, this one gives you 650. Neither one, well actually the 650 is not enough to buy it, and this one is too much. So it's approximately a value of 15 US dollars to buy the Dawning Echo and to awaken the slot. But because Blizzard is being so generous, we're potentially getting this Dawning Echo for free. Now, what does this mean? This means that all of you that are free to play could, for the first time ever, experience what it feels like to have an awakened slot inside of your build inside of the game. Now, how is this good for Blizzard? Of course, it's going to make people fall in love with Awakening. It's going to make them realize that it's such a great element of the game that they've been missing out on. And all of their 1 and 2 star gems that are ranked 10 could actually be getting extra bonuses. What could this mean? It could mean that people then decide, oh, it's only $15, but let's be honest, you probably get packs and get them maybe more around $8 to $10. It's only $10. I'm going to awaken up a few more slots. It's essentially getting us a taste of how good awakening your slots can be, then making us want to grind more gems, potentially spend money on more gems if it opens up that wallet, and then buy yourself a few more Dawning Echoes to awaken slots on your build. A mechanic that many players have never yet been able to experience. Keep in mind here as well that you can switch the slots that the awakenings take place in. I will be showing a video on that very soon on how to switch around your awakening bonuses. If you change class and maybe the bonuses are not what you're looking for from the gear, because awakening bonuses do change based on the gear you slot. If I slot a different piece of gear in there, and that different piece of gear is then going to give me a different bonus for a different skill, well, then I may have to switch the slot. So a little guide on that we will be doing soon. But I noticed that we did have a red dot over here. It looks like I can upgrade this rank 25 piece of gear to rank 26, which is a huge element because it's going to give me a random bonus attribute. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This right here is going to upgrade it, and it's going to allow me to get a 6th, I believe. Rank 26 is the spot you want to be at to get everything unlocked. So now what do we have right here? We have beneficial effect duration increased, block chance increased, and we could change these, of course. Damage done to enemies below 30%, life increased, all skill damage is increased, and primary attack damage increased. I probably am going to want to get rid of block chance and try and roll something a little bit better. We've got videos on how to do all of that as well. It would be part of the reforge process inside of the game. You would go reforge, and you would then come on over, choose the one that you want to reforge, use a reforge stone, and try and get something that would better benefit your build. But this is a huge deal. I really think it's awesome that Blizzard is most likely going to be giving all of us a free Dawning Echo and a free legendary gem. And we have the mirrored event coming where we can do it 2 times. So a lot of legendary gem stuff is going to be happening inside of the game. Many people's builds are going to be changing, and I'm looking forward to being there with this update with all of you. Remember, guys, subscribe to the channel, because anytime something comes out regarding Diablo Immortal, stuff that you need to know so you don't mess up, subscribe, because I got you covered.